Sure sounds like Mo Ibrahim is back for the Gophers, which means we've got the two best running backs in the Big Ten in a big-time running game duel. If you are new to the channel, great time to subscribe. Big Ten videos every single day. And always remember to crush that like button. You thought Iowa and Illinois wasn't for the faint of heart. This one's going to be physical as well. Gophers and Illini. Mo Ibrahim is back, and that is a big boost for the Minnesota Golden Gophers. You saw against Purdue what happens when Mo Ibrahim is not in the lineup. The Gophers almost regress to 2021 level, which, yeah, they didn't have Mo Ibrahim that season as well. So, great to have Mo back in the lineup, and it's a big advantage for the Gophers because really injuries are swaying this game. Listen to Brett Bielema's press conference this week, and he says it doesn't sound like guys like Tommy DeVito, Isiah Williams, and others will have season-ending injuries. He says it's probably those guys probably aren't going to factor in to the game plan this week. Not looking good for guys like Tommy DeVito and Isiah Williams. So what does that mean? It means we're going to get a dose of Art Sitkowski at quarterback. And if you watch that Illinois-Iowa game, it probably doesn't mean a lot of downfield passing, which is advantage maroon and gold. If Tommy DeVito is not in the lineup and they don't have the balance on offense, I don't think this one is going to be friendly for Illinois. But that being said, if you give Art Sitkowski a week as the number one quarterback, this is a guy in Art Sitkowski that has played Big Ten football. Okay, this is a guy that has made starts at the University of Illinois. Look, I'm not even going to sit here and say he's a good quarterback because he's not. He's an average at best quarterback in the Big Ten Conference. Going up against a defense like Minnesota, it's going to be a tall task for the Illini. But you give him a week of preparation as the number one guy, and you may be able to get some things out of him. You may be able to work some downfield passing concepts in with Art Sitkowski as your man under center for Illinois. Look, regardless of who are the quarterbacks, this game is going to be built on the running game. Right, you've got Chase Brown wearing orange and blue. You've got Mo Ibrahim wearing maroon and gold. This game is going to be dominated by the running backs, which means this game defensively is going to be dominated by who defends the run the best. Who's got the better interior to defend against this running game? I will say I think Minnesota has a little bit of an advantage because of their offensive line. I think their O-line is slightly better than what's on the other side of the University of Illinois, but I think both of these running backs are very, very good. I think both of these defenses are going to have their hands full. Now, I think the defenses know going in. Running game, we got to focus on halting, containing, maybe even stopping the running game. But what happens when you put so much effort, you put so much emphasis into stopping that running game, and all of a sudden, you got a one-on-one matchup over the top here. You got a one-on-one matchup over the top there. Look, I'm not saying Tanner Morgan or Art Sitkowski are going to go out and they're going to throw for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. But don't be surprised if the quarterbacks come out and have a pretty darn good day, especially Tanner Morgan. Okay, Mo's back in the lineup. We see how important Mo Ibrahim is to Tanner Morgan as a passer. It's tough, I think, right now for Tanner to go out and have him win you the game with his arm. You saw what happened against Purdue and how they struggled as an offense without Mo Ibrahim in the lineup. Look, it shouldn't be that way. One guy goes out of your lineup, it shouldn't have that much of an impact, but you saw it with your own eyes. I think it did have that much of an impact. If Minnesota can run the ball pretty well, I think Tanner Morgan could have a good day thrown over the top, but man, these are some good defensive backs for Illinois. That's going to be a fun matchup to watch back there. Sidney Brown, Witherspoon back there. They've got some good talent in that Illinois secondary. Can Minnesota's wide receivers separate? I think the passing games are going to be so predicated on the running games. Because if either team doesn't have a great day running the football, you put the game into the hands of the quarterback, whether it's Illinois and Art Sitkowski, whether it's Minnesota with Tanner Morgan, I'm not sure you're going to have a great day. You might have a solid day, you might have a decent day, but I don't think you might have a winning day. So obviously, it comes down to who's going to be able to run the ball. Which offensive line is going to be able to road grade and develop holes and form holes for these running backs to run through. I think that's a fairly obvious point for both teams in this game. But that being said, I still think both teams have solid games on the perimeter, solid wide receivers. You look at Pat Bryant over there. You look at Brian Hightower for Illinois. On the other side, you look at Dalen Wright. You look at Mike Brown-Stevens. You look at Brevin Spanford. Still think that there is some good players on each side of this football team, but man, there is a possibility that the defenses could maybe take over this game. This could be another big-time defensive game. I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be hard-hitting. I think it's going to be close. Who runs the ball the best? Which quarterback turns the ball over the least has a great chance to win this football game. Want to hear your thoughts on this game, Gophers and Illini? Well, this one's going to be fun. It's going to be hard-hitting. Buckle your chin strap, tighten your shoulder pads. It's going to be a long 3-hour day at the office. Predictions, comments below. Make sure you subscribe to Big Ten Ted. I'm Big Ten Ted, and we'll see you in the next one.